Hello and welcome to Adventures in Coriolis, and today we have a very exciting adventure for you because it's our very first cruise vlog series. Currently about to leave my house here in DC. It's about 4:30 in the morning. Going to fly down to Miami to board the Carnival Sensation for a 5-night sailing to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. This will be my 9th Carnival cruise. I'm super excited to share it with you all. So if this is your first time watching Adventures in Coriolis, please hit that like button, subscribe down below, and let's go because it's time to get this adventure started. Just 9 a.m. I have plenty of time to get from the airport to the cruise terminal. Not a lot of distance between here and there, so it won't take too long. My plan now is to find the Carnival Check-In Station here in Miami Airport. It's kind of unique. If you are flying into Miami or Fort Lauderdale airports on the day of your cruise and departing from either of those ports, you can check in at the airport. So we're going to check that out. I got to find out where it is, and then I'll report back. now for just a couple of minutes. First time on a fantasy class ship, so super excited to be on the Carnival Sensation. Everyone flocked to the elevators. I'm actually going to take the stairs up to the Lido and grab some lunch. So it's definitely the number one place to be on Embarkation Day. Go straight to Lido. Probably going to get a Guy's Burger. So I've just boarded and walked all the way to the back, but initial thoughts, this is a lot different than certainly the Conquest class of Carnival ships, and definitely the Vista class. This is very like retro 90s Carnival. It's very gaudy, looks like the inside of a shopping mall, but it's going to be exciting to have 5 days to explore a brand new class of ship I've not been on before. There are a lot of similarities between the Conquest and Vista classes, so when you sell those ships, you start to get the layout, so everything feels very familiar when you sell those, so it'll be fun to have a different experience for the next 5 days aboard the Carnival Sensation. Now I'm headed to Guy's Burger before the line gets too long, because on Embarkation Day, that's where everyone wants to go. Definitely one of the more popular venues to have lunch on a Carnival cruise ship. Get those Guy Fieri calories. So just down there you have the Symphony of the Seas all the way down. They're pretty wide. Just up from that's the Norwegian Escape. Directly in front of the Sensation here is the Disney Magic. And then behind us we have the Carnival Conquest. And behind that is, I think, another Norwegian ship maybe. But this is all part of Miami's cruise rail. This is a Saturday at the very end of February. So Saturday and Sunday tend to be the busiest days for the Port of Miami. So not unusual to get, if you're here on either of those days, to see quite a few cruise ships lined up on taking new passengers to take to the Caribbean. One of the cool things about a lot of the Carnival ships, it appears both on the Fantasy class, also on the Conquest and Vista class, they have these, what a lot of folks refer to as secret decks. They're just decks all the way forward on the ship that you can come out and have a great view of the front, sweeping views across the front of the ship. So make your way all the way forward, look for doors, ways to get outside. You'll find those not so secret decks. It's a great view. It's one of my favorite views on the ship. Nothing beats the aft view at the very back of the ship, but this is second to that. So definitely check this out if you're on a Carnival ship or any ship. I think most cruise lines have areas like this where you can make your way out to the front and get just a panoramic view of the ocean and the port and all that's going on around you. So the Carnival Sensation is the third in the Fantasy class of Carnival ships. It actually debuted in 1993, so it's a pretty old ship. There's the Fantasy and the Ecstasy older than that right now in the family of Carnival ships, and the Fantasy may be soon going away after 2021. So pretty old ship, but still looks pretty good. Kept to that Carnival standard of fun. This is the very top deck of the ship. Pretty cool. It's a neat little mini golf section. They also have some pool tables there also, and a little walking track. But very colorful up here, very windy, but a great view of Miami from up here, so that's cool. And if we pan around here a little bit, you can see down cruise ship road. Also on this deck, in addition to the mini golf, is some little outdoor gym equipment. So if you want to get your workout on in the sun and wind and any other elements, then deck, I think this is deck 12. I'm not sure, like I said, I've never been on this class of ship before, so the deck numbers escape me right now, but it's the very top deck. It's how you can go forward on the ship. So yeah, this one looks a little like sick right now. It's blocked off, so maybe don't get on that one. So down there, that sailboat looking building, or at least I think it looks kind of like a sailboat, that's the actual port terminal building itself. So that's where you check in at, go through security, and then the gangway there you can see is connected to where we got on the ship. But a beautiful view of Miami there back behind it. It's a beautiful February day here, right around or just north of 70 degrees. And if we shift back here, it's a double well-tail day in Miami. Both the Carnival Sensation and the Carnival Conquest. So two of Carnival's, I think, 27 ships in the Port of Miami today. And we'll be taking off here. It's 12 o'clock right now, so we still got about 3.5 or 4 hours before we leave the port. Headed to our first stop of Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas, but quite an exciting and busy day here in the Port of Miami. Let's go downstairs now and maybe go inside and check out some more of the ship. Always on the ships, you'll see these caution, watch your step, and windy condition signs. Woo, the store has a lot of swing on it. Also watch your step when you're entering the cruise ship from outside, because there's always these little lips that you could fall over, which is why that sign was there, I now realize. So this is the main atrium of the Carnival Sensation. You can see it's open to the outside and then all the way down to the deck where we came in. I think that's deck 4. And then a nice glass elevator. Looks very much like a shopping mall from the 90s, but we're kind of into that today. So there's 2 elevators here, one on this side, one on this side. You can go down. I try to make it a goal of mine when I'm on a cruise ship not to take the elevator as much as possible, so that way I can work off all the calories from all the food. Well, it looks like the spa is on this deck. This is deck 12. It's the sports deck. So the salon, the spa are both here, but we're not going to mess with that today either. Now we're on the landing for deck 8. So this is into the atrium, and then you have the bank of elevators here and a Fantasia lounge on this level. So you can see here all the entertainment that's expected for tonight. Well, actually throughout the cruise. So a gender showdown tonight and a welcome aboard show. And then there's the full itinerary there. Half Moon Cay, Grand Turk, Fun Day at Sea, and Nassau. But to note there, the Hasbro The Game Show, Love and Marriage Show will definitely be the highlights of this cruise. So let's go check out the lounge real quick. See what it's like. Oh, here's also a fun shop. Again, I'm used to the Conquest class, so it's like a surprise every turn for me. Like, I'm sorry, Conquest and Vista class, but these ships are definitely laid out different from those. So, oh, this is the lounge here. Pretty cool. Very quiet. Looks quite spacious. A lot better than the Liquid Lounge on Vista class ships, I will say that. Very cool. Lots of seating. 2-level lounge here on the Carnival Sensation. So now we'll go back out toward the atrium, headed back toward mid-shift. A lot of folks still coming on. Oh, another shop. Oh, this is a jewelry shop. Jewelry shops are notorious on Carnival cruise ships. There's Effie, I guess it's called. Yeah, if that's your thing, definitely check that out. Okay, so because this is the veranda deck, all the cabins on this deck start with the letter V. So V1, whatever. One important thing to note on embarkation day is, as this sign says here, staterooms are available after 1:30. So unless you have some priority, platinum, diamond status, please wait until after 1:30 because they're still cleaning rooms and you can't enter. So now I'm on a different deck. I'm sorry, I don't know what the name of this deck is. It's the casino deck though, because it's where the casino is. Here I'm about mid-shift. There's also the Carnival Adventure Shop. This is a newer shop that a lot of the Carnival ships have. It's usually in with the cherry on top candy shop, but it's where you can go in and buy little things you can take on your excursion. They got fins in there and water type clothing, like these little water shirts here, bags, water shoes, all sorts of things you can take with you on your Carnival adventure. Here's a casino bar. Right now it's embarkation day from noon to 2 p.m. They have happy hour, and they're having that right now, so you can get half-price drinks there. So not that many people here taking advantage of that, but that's a pretty good deal. So just panning around, a lot of seating area here. Good place to come hang out by the casino. Again, here mid-shift. This is just back from the atrium. You can see right there is entering into the atrium area. And then a look out the window shows we are right by the cruise terminal, Miami there in the background. So we're gonna hang out here for a bit. It's about 12:30. Still waiting for rooms to become available. Still a lot of people getting antsy out in the hallway, trying to break into their rooms. Good afternoon. It's just shortly after 2 o'clock. Finally into my room. I'm in room M56 here on the Carnival Sensation. This is on the main deck of the ship, which is technically the 5th deck. I do have an ocean view room. Actually, looking out that window now, I'm talking to you guys. This is my first time having an ocean view, and so far I'm really enjoying it. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this is my first fantasy class ship that I've been on with Carnival, and I'm enjoying it so far. Only been on a few hours, but walking around the ship, getting to see a lot of the stuff. It's really cool. It's almost like the first cruise experience to be on a new class of ship, to just figure out where everything is. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of the cruise. The room itself, though, is nice. It's what I've come to expect from Carnival and when I've sailed previously on their ships. I am going to do a room tour video that is going to be on a video on its own on my channel, so be on the lookout for that. That'll just be a basic ocean view room on a Carnival Fantasy class ship, because I think they're pretty much all the same. So coming up later today, what I have plans for in about an hour at 3 o'clock is the muster drill. That's required for all cruisers. I think my muster station is in the lounge, so we'll go to that at 3. I think sail time's around 3:30, and we'll be on our way to Half Moon Cay, where we arrive in the morning. So looking forward to dinner tonight. I always look forward to the first night of dinner. It's just exciting to be back on a cruise ship and get to have Carnival dinner again. So I'm excited for that, and really just exciting to set sail. So I'm gonna get settled in. I'm gonna shoot that room tour video, and that look out for that on the channel. But yeah, first great day, embarkation day here on the Carnival Sensation. It's a beautiful day in Miami. Ready to get this cruise underway and get down and start having some Carnival fun. One other thing I did want to mention, the screening process for getting on the ship, the health questionnaire. Right now there is the coronavirus scare going on. I did my check-in at the airport, which was fine. I showed you guys where that was at in the airport. It took me maybe 5 minutes. Once I walked up, they handed me a health questionnaire. The questions were, have you been to various regions in China in the past 14 days? Have you traveled through any airports or visited Italy, Iran, other countries that named? So it's pretty much like the standard Carnival health questionnaire that they give you before any cruise, but it had more relatable questions to the coronavirus that's ongoing right now. So yeah, the whole check-in process there was about 5 minutes. I showed my passport, my boarding pass. They stamped it with airport check-in. Really cool, because then once you get to the port here in Miami, no matter what your arrival time is, I think I had an arrival time from 12:30 to 1. The guy was like, don't go by that. When you get to the port, go to the priority line at the port. And you'll see, I'll insert a picture right now, and you'll see when you go to the port, they actually do, it does have on the sign that that's for, you know, priority guests, but also for airport check-in guests. So when I walked in, I walked right to the seating area, and they actually call airport check-in guests right after faster to the fun guest when you're boarding a ship. So I highly recommend, if you are flying into Miami, that you take advantage of that check-in process at the airport. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I'm going to do the room tour, and then I'm going to get ready for muster drill. And here in a little bit later, we're going to set sail from Miami on our way to Half Moon Cay. So get ready for more fun on this adventure. I'm going to walk all the way forward to one of those secret decks that I was telling you about earlier. There were a lot of people up here earlier for when we first set sail. I think a lot of the crowd's cleared now, so maybe it's a little bit quieter up there. See what we can see. So these are, as you can see, embarkation stations. In the unlikely event it should be necessary to get on the lifeboats, which are just the deck above us, actually, right where we're at now. So that's just a random fact while walking. Don't sleep on these smaller ships, you know, the fantasy class ships. I know they're older, but it is awesome. I'm having such a fun time so far. So it's currently almost 4:30, so time to wind down a little bit. Maybe go back to the room and rest and get ready for dinner later. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Good evening. I have napped, I have showered, and now I'm gonna head off and get some dinner. I'm gonna go to the main dining room tonight. The first night on the cruise in the main dining room is cruise casual. Carnival respects that you've had a long day. Look, I've been up since 4 a.m. We're all tired. We've traveled, so wear pretty much whatever you want to. No swimsuit or flip flops, of course, in the dining room. So yeah, we're gonna go check out dinner and then probably just see what's happening around the ship. Nothing planned because I'm very tired. But let's go grab some dinner and see what's on the menu tonight. Good evening again. Just finished dinner, took a little walk around the ship, and realized just how exhausted I am. Dinner was pretty good though. Service was about on par with what it usually is, so not too slow or anything like that. I chose to have the fried calamari, one of my favorites, so starting the cruise off strong. As an appetizer, also had the strawberry bisque for the first time, and that was actually very tasty. It kind of tasted like melted strawberry ice cream, but I was really into it. It was really good. And then for my main course, I had the beef brisket with the cornbread and potatoes and other root vegetables. It was okay. The meat sort of looked like it had been sitting under a heat lamp for a good bit of time, which, you know, I know that happens from time to time. It's mass-produced food. But it was still pretty tasty. A good selection of bread. They had my favorite bread selection tonight, the cranberry bread. It's the best. Usually they have it around the first night or second night of the cruise. And then for dessert, went with the trusty old chocolate melting cake, and it was delicious. Best part of the meal. Just gonna have some coffee now and relax in my room. It's just about 8:30, but we got a pretty early morning tomorrow. We're going to be in Half Moon Cay, my first time there, and one of the reasons that I picked this particular itinerary because I've heard lots of things about it. It is Carnival's private Bahama island, so super excited to get there and check it out. So I will catch you then and see you tomorrow in Half Moon Cay.